Thanks, Felina. I now know why Larry leaves right after his presentation. I'll take the opportunity to bash him as well. About 2.5 months ago, I gave a presentation at the Australian Property Council in Melbourne. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I was in New Jersey with my dog, Norman. So you can actually use that virtual technology to deliver a message to a large group from a faraway place. I'd like to thank the WorkTech organizers for inviting Gale to come and share the Songdo story with you today. I thought I'd start by telling you just a little bit about our company. We're not as large as Cisco or JLL or some of the others who are represented here today, but we started about 9 decades ago right here in New York City when Daniel Gale was riding the railroad trying to sell insurance to people who were living on Long Island. And they were now commuting. They were moving out of a dense urban area and trying to get to a better quality of life outside of the urban density. In seeing this opportunity, he decided in 1922 to hang a shingle in a small town not far from here called Huntington and created what's now become the Daniel Gale Agency. It's currently one of the largest residential real estate firms in New York and does about 50% of the high-end North Shore residential real estate. Our chairman, Stan Gale, set out to find his own way and ultimately decided to create a commercial real estate empire. And he, in turn, sold that enterprise to a large real estate firm in 2000. And in 2001, he was contacted by representatives from the Korean government who were looking for a developer to come and help them master plan and develop a hub of economic activity in the city of Incheon. Why Korea? Korea in the late 1990s was going through the Asian financial crisis. The global economy was revitalizing, and Korea's best and brightest were leaving the country in droves. They were finding their opportunity elsewhere. Korean people are highly motivated and dedicated to succeed. They're the world's 13th largest economy. To retain their highly capable workforce and to induce foreign investment, they decided to, with the support of the national government and financial backing, create a new economic locus within Northeast Asia. The goal to build a veritable city that would become Korea's new front door and an engine for economic growth. So Songdo IBD is the 1,500-acre heart of a larger 10,000-acre development called New Songdo City. It sits on the west coast of the Korean peninsula, about 40 kilometers from downtown Seoul. About 550 million metric tons of about 500 million metric tons of seabed was reclaimed to create the 1,500 acres that creates the central heart of the Songdo International Business District. When our building is completed in 2016, Songdo IBD will be a $35 billion public-private sector funded city of the future, with expected population of 65,000 residents with 300,000 people working in the city each day. As of 2011, as of today, for that fact, 18,000 people are living in Songdo IBD. Another 25,000 people work in Songdo each day. More than 37 million square feet of residential, commercial, civic, and retail space is up and occupied or under construction. That's more than $10 billion of investment to date. It all started with an integrated master plan that was created for us by KPF, working with Arup and others to help us create not only the infrastructure, but the platform on which we could build for success. Equally important is the development phasing. Where you build it, when you build it, is important to the quality of life for the first citizens who will be living and working in our city. We're also targeting a LEED ND certification. We're part of the LEED ND pilot program. It's anticipated that over 80% of the buildings we control in Songdo IBD will be LEED certified, creating a better environment and increasing the value of the real estate. Why Incheon? How is this place going to become the economic hub of Northeast Asia? It's a 3.5-hour flight to about 1/3 of the world's population from the Incheon International Airport. It's a smart, sustainable city which we believe is uniquely situated between Japan, China, and Russia. It's the jewel of the world's 13th largest economy, connected directly to the Incheon International Airport via a 21-kilometer bridge. 20 minutes from my desk to the check-in counter at the airline, that's a great quality of life amenity that I can speak to directly. 55-minute subway ride to downtown Seoul, And for the Songdo workforce who's commuting from elsewhere, from outside the Seoul suburbs, it's about a 30-minute commute via highway or mass transit. In recent years, international and regional hub airports have created what's called an aerotropolis. Peter mentioned Greg Lindsay, who recently wrote a book of the same name. Songdo featured in that book. These airport-centric metropolises serve as centers for economic commerce, culture, and serve as economic growth engines. Songdo IBD is created on a unique transit-oriented master plan, multinodal, as we mentioned earlier. The ability to get from one place to another, from our perspective, is a basic quality of life issue. In Songdo IBD, we're encouraging bipedal transportation. People can work their way through the development on one of our solar-powered canal trams. 25 kilometers of bike paths encourage people to ride to work, and a bus stop or mass transit stop within 2 minutes of every resident or working location. Just touch for a minute on some of the green growth initiatives that Korea is undertaking. The Korean national government is hinging its success of its economy on green growth initiatives. Increase domestic renewable energy utilization from 3% of the entire energy consumption to over 11% by 2030. They're intending to build 1 million green homes entirely dependent on green energy. They're going to become the world's 4th largest producer of environmentally friendly automobiles by 2020, and also look to cut greenhouse gas emissions by 4% by that same year. They've made a $43 billion New Deal program aiming to improve the infrastructure and foster core environmental technologies. The national government will commit 2% of their GDP, twice the amount, to green growth projects, twice the amount recommended by the United Nations. Just a moment about some of the technologies that Relina touched on. We're obviously looking at a Cisco-enabled citywide energy management system. Cisco telepresence will be deployed in all future residential and commercial spaces, encouraging telecommuting and video-enabled transactions. The IT infrastructure will be integrated with the Greater Incheon, increasing the scope and efficiency of green initiatives. The unique pneumatic waste system that we've put in place removes hard waste from buildings and eliminates the need for fossil fuel trucks to come in and truck the waste out each morning. We created special carrier HVAC systems, which have been pioneered to increase the efficiency in residential heating and cooling systems. And there's a new district cogen system providing heat and cooling throughout the city. So where do we go from here? Songdo IBD is a model for smart, sustainable city-scale development. It employs the best practices in urban planning and environmental design. Songdo IBD offers its residents, workers, and visitors an unparalleled quality of life. Gale International and our ecosystem of strategic partners aims to provide innovative solutions for smart and sustainable cities around the world. The development process that took a decade to get where we are today in Songdo IBD, we believe and know for certain can be radically fast-tracked, delivering a thriving urban environment in as quickly as 36 months. The technologies and solutions we create will enhance the human experience. Our goal is to deliver a better quality of life for millions of city dwellers. I look forward to sharing thoughts with the panel and with you all after the conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you for bringing